Hi everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. Yeah, this is what I want to address. Today is like a veterans holiday. Now, I know I'm going to offend people, but I really don't give a fuck. That's number one. Number two, you need to hear this. This is for your own good. Now, this is not a personal attack video against the military or the veterans or anybody who's affiliated with those parties, with those peoples, with that group, clique, whatever you want to call it. But I'm so sick and tired of hearing the bullshit about how we care about the troops and the veterans when nobody gives a flying fuck about the troops. And I'll say this: they're not defending my freedom nor liberties. They're not defending my so-called freedoms and my so-called liberties. They're not defending my freedoms, my liberty, and my fucking sovereignty. It does exist, but it doesn't exist for the common person. More times than not, you gotta fucking know how to fucking get it. But the truth of the matter is, it does not say freedom in the USA, the United States of America, does not exist. Especially if you're a person of color. These troops who are out there defending their so-called freedoms, they're not defending your freedoms. They're not protecting your rights nor your liberties. You're not defending your sovereignty. They're not. They're not defending no form of citizenship for you people. They're not defending it. They're not even defending human rights, which is more important than what I have already mentioned. These troops, the military, the army, all you veterans. Now, no disrespect. You know, if that's the route that I'm not going to tell you what you should be and what you should not be. That's up to you, because you're an adult. Especially to all you people who want to go around, want to have this attitude and have this mindset that you know so much to me. Okay, well, if you know so much to me, then how come you always prove me right? And then you always make an ass out of yourself. You cannot come with anything you don't want to talk about what I address. You want to insult. You want to put me down or anybody else who doesn't agree with you or don't see things your way because you've been indoctrinated with bullshit, lies, and propaganda. But you cannot address the points that I make. Fuck the troops. That's number one. Because these troops, these soldiers, they're fucking cowards. They're fucking sheep. They can't do nothing for me. They can't do nothing for you. If you're a person of color, they can't do nothing for you. I mean, more times than not, they're defending Caucasian supremacy. Supporting a European dictatorship. You know, I had to calm myself down for a little bit. However, man, these troops and all you people who are in the military and all you veterans, your country, you're known as the United States government. Let me say it again. The United Snakes of AmeriKKKan. Really, they don't care about you. You are supporting greed, oppression, and degradation. Gold, oil, and diamonds. Also known as God. Spelled backwards, dog. You're not defending my freedoms. You're not defending my freedoms or my right to speak. It's a human right to even talk, to have a voice. You're not doing anything for me. You guys are not defending nothing. I mean, if we want to be, if we want to get technical, y'all ain't doing nothing for the black community anyway. I mean, hell, most of you motherfuckers want to go. You know who I'm talking. I mean, I don't even need to go into specifics of what specific group or racial group who I'm talking about. You know who you are, and if you're not like that, please don't even talk. Don't talk to me, because if it doesn't apply to you, then shut the fuck up. If it doesn't apply, don't reply. If you're not like that, if you're not biased, or you're not prejudiced, or you're not racist, anything like that, or you're not a bigot, don't tell me that you're not, because more times than not, I'm going to assume that you are, because you're defending people who don't give a damn about you to begin with. Why do you defend the government? Why do you defend these politicians? I mean, the whole purpose of you troops, they're just using you so they can make profit off of you. The banks and the wealthy elite, the corporations finance both sides of the wars. They finance each side. They don't care about who wins. Well, actually, they dictate who wins by the amount of resources that you get. But the people, the citizens, don't get a damn thing. That's what you don't understand. If they want to decide who wins, it's up to them. It's not up to your effort. No, you're just a pawn. So I'm not going to celebrate and honor the troops, and I have not done that. I have not done that. I don't plan on ever fucking doing it. I don't respect you guys. I don't respect law enforcement. I don't respect anybody who's affiliated with this evil, satanic, perverted, pedophilic, child molesting, child rapists of women, rapists of men, sodomizing assholes of a government that exploits people and takes advantage of people and oppresses people who are not as pale as your ass, who takes advantage of brown people, people of color, and just take advantage of people. You even take advantage of your own people, because if they're not in your elite class, guess what? You're an undesirable, just like them. So to a message to many of you Caucasian Americans, if you're not part of that elite class, you don't have no white privilege like that, because y'all think y'all defending that, but y'all tell me racism doesn't exist, but then you want to cry about reverse racism, and then you want to cry about you being victims of hate crimes when there's stuff that doesn't support your claim, and even if it does, it's taken out of context, because most of the time y'all get away with bullshit. Ever since President Obama has been in office, and I don't support the guy, y'all have shown your true colors, which confirms everything I know. I already knew who you were. Everybody knows that y'all fake ass motherfuckers. And then you want to talk about how other people do it too, when y'all create more damage and y'all ain't able to get by with it because within your system. Everybody knows when it comes to people who got money, they can get away with anything. If they want to get a DWI and kill somebody, chances are they can get away with it. If they want to rape a woman, rape a bitch, and rape young children, they can get away with it. Because you know why? Because we foolish, we support them because we use their dollar. We support these corporations who got people working in fucking sweatshops. And we got people working their asses off, like the whole Apple thing, like the iPhone. You got people who in these third world nations who are in poverty, which we are now in America. We are in poverty right now, and they're working like a couple cents a day, and they're working like damn near 24 hours, and they're getting rich off of us. They're getting rich off our oppression, our pain and suffering. What are you troops are doing to stop that? If you want to defend the freedoms, you go after the U.S. government. You go after governments. As a matter of fact, people worldwide in the military. First of all, think about why do you need a military? Obviously, most of you people have never grown the fuck up. If you really want to defend the freedoms, you go after these criminals. But you're not gonna do that. You're too fucking chicken. You're not gonna go after these criminals. You protect these criminals at the top. You support white collar crime. You support evil. And then you want to talk about life ain't fair, and you want to talk about, oh, socialism is bad because if I have the same amount of you as you have, and we start off as equal, and if we give you reparations, then how can we live up to our own potential? You say some retarded bullshit. So if we have the same amount, then how can we appreciate what's the purpose of competition? Why does everything got to be goddamn competition in the first place? Why does everything gotta be a competition? Why do we gotta one-up someone? Why do we gotta treat someone like shit? Why do we gotta look at somebody and judge them and tell them for what and label somebody because they don't look like us or they don't behave in a certain way? Like we feel that they should behave because I'm with a group of people and I happen to think just like them. So that means my way is the only way and it's correct, and anything that's outside the norm of my community is wrong. No, you're wrong. If you go everywhere else, if you travel around the world, people got different cultures and stuff. And we claim that we're about diversity, but the truth of the matter is we don't give a damn about diversity because all we care about is division and conformity and oppression. Divide and conquer and get everybody to conform with the groupthink. These truths, I mean, you're not defending my right to speak. The only person who has the right to defend, the only person who can defend their rights to do anything is that individual. You're not helping me. Y'all never helped me. You never protect. I mean, y'all failed to protect the motherfucking Constitution. Y'all failed to defend sovereignty. Y'all have not done nothing for me, so stop lying and telling the world that you're there for me when you're there for the criminals. You're there for the free fucking Masons. You're there to protect the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Bilderberg, the Carnegies, the Elite Club, and the Billionaire Club. You're there to protect the fucking Illuminati. You're defending their freedoms, their rights. They're the most privileged groups out there. If you really did give a damn about the world, about defending your country, you would not understand that you don't defend your country by supporting a criminal government. You go after the government. You go after these corporations who are doing this evil. You don't let them get away with it. As far as I'm concerned, just like cops, you're there to protect. You're just elite. You're just an elite status of a cop, FBI agent, CIA. You know, y'all would just work with the CIA more so, and the CIA is your top dog, your top boss. You know, the CIA is basically your fucking manager, like a McDonald's. Because that's how I think of it. Y'all trash. Okay? All y'all there who participate in government, from your cops, from your highway patrol, from law enforcement, prosecutors, judges, then politicians and people in government, military. All y'all do is protect the corporations. You protect the wealthy. That's your job is. And the military is no different. You support criminals. You support evil. You support oppression. Then you want to hide behind your Bible, which is a fraud to begin with, which is a fantasy. Nothing more than indoctrination. I remember the whole school system process is a form of indoctrination. So you can conform to this bullshit. And then you got television set. Then you got entertainment to keep you distracted. The only people who can protect their freedoms and protect their nation, first of all, the nation, I don't even understand why people talk about a nation. Because the nation don't care about you. Only you can protect you. Only you can protect you, not the nation. I mean, a fascist criminal government doesn't care about the people. They care about themselves. They care about just their immediate family and friends and the people who they hang out with and fuck with. They ain't here for you. The only people who can protect themselves is only you. Only you can protect yourselves. If you have a right to, if you want to protect your freedom, you can't work in the criminal system. You're not free. If you're using money, if you're paying bills, you're not free. If you gotta get a license, you're not free. If you gotta be forced to pay insurance, you're not free. Paying taxes, you're not free. You're doing banking, you're not free. If you want to be free, stop supporting the fucking system. If you want to be free, stop going to the goddamn supermarkets. Grow your own goddamn food. Drink your own water. Catch it from the sky. I don't know, do some drilling. If you want to be free, then it's up to you to take care of you. And take care of people who care about you as well. And work together and put something together. But relying on a corporation and a government who's run by a corporation and the banks who own all the above, and you're being run by a bank and a criminal, sick, evil monetary system. The only way to be free is to actually be a part of their system. And I mean the elite class. But most of us are not a part of their system. And you gotta have their right skin color as well. Listen, so let's not leave that out. Be part of their sick culture. You understand cult? Cult, your. That's what culture means. Cult. Your. That means you're in a cult and you're accepting someone else's belief system instead of your own. If you want to be free, you want to have independence, you got to stop using their system and stop supporting the system. So that's why, that's why, like I said in my last video, and everybody else has said similar things. Stop supporting a system. You can't go to talk about Occupy Wall Street, then go to fucking Walmart and buy a fucking sign and buy the markers and stuff, and then talk about your protesting, and then you got to stop off, then you got to use gas to travel or some other form of transportation, your own personal car, vehicle, or you got to take a train or a bus, whatever your mode of transportation is. You can't, if it's you can't talk about you're occupying Wall Street when you talk about making a change when you continue to support this system. Talking about, oh, I'm going to go to Walmart, buy some materials, then make a sign, then continue to do my banking. Where they can't, where they if you actually take your money out of your own account, then you go to jail. So the best thing for you to do is not to use your card anymore, or just use it. You might as well just use it up where you don't have no money, where they're forced to close your account. But you can't talk about we're going to make change, then you're going to go to McDonald's. Let's make change, but we're going to continue to support these corporations by letting them bill us to death and putting us in debt. And you're going to pay that debt by cooperating. You got to stand together and stand in numbers. And you got to learn how to network. You can't use your iPhone and talking about world change and the world peace. Fuck all that nuts and berries. And believe in their ideologies. You got to use your own mind and your own brain. And you got to treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, you got to have the ability to care and care about others as well as caring about yourself. So what does that got to do with the troops? It has a lot to do with it. I'm not supporting no troops because the troops have never done nothing for me. They don't know. They don't care less because they can't do it. If they're supporting a system, if they're supporting criminals and they refuse to go after the criminals, they refuse to take their boss to jail, and they continue to go along with this evil plan, they're not defending me. They're actually my enemy. If you are part of the government and you continue to conform by the rules and regulations, if you continue to conform and go along with the system, you're screwed. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Really. How are you defending me and my so-called freedoms whenever I never met you? When the fact of the matter is, you're not running anything. You're not controlling it. You're not controlling anything. You're not the government. You don't make the laws. You don't write any laws. You just go out and do what you're told. You don't listen to me. You listen to the government. You listen to the corporations. You listen to the bankers. You listen to criminals. You defend these criminals. You defend the elites, and you talk about you're defending me. You're not defending me. You're not dying for me. More so, you're dying for them, and you're protecting yourself. You don't give a damn about me. You don't care about me. So quit lying. You're not defending these so-called civil rights. You're not defending my freedom. You're not defending my human rights. You're not defending my sovereignty. And most of you men ain't defending your male sovereignty. Men have no rights in the West, in most Western countries, mostly America. Men have no rights, but you're supporting feminism. And you're supporting criminal capitalism. And you're supporting the oppression of these elite bankers. That's who you're supporting. You have no rights as a man. You're a slave. You're undesirable. And you support a matriarchy. And you want to believe you're in a patriarch, but you're being manipulated and lied to every single day. You're really that gullible, huh? You are really indeed that gullible and foolish and naive and dumb. We're in a matriarchal system. There's no patriarchal. It's not a patriarchal society. I don't know why you guys think it's patriarchal and you're running things, and you know the women. The women has all the cards. The woman has all the choice and all the pick, and everybody's on their side, especially the government and the banks. Now back to y'all troops, the military, the army, the Marines. You want to talk about defending our freedom? You're defending my freedom, but we're losing our rights every day. And we lost our Constitution a long time ago, and our sovereignty is gone. So you work so hard defending, quote unquote, defending our freedom, but it's gone. You're defending the criminals' freedom. You're defending the elites' freedom. That's who you're defending, the bankers. They have all the rights. They are a high-class status quo, a high-class privileged group. And they're the only people who have rights. And they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and we can't do nothing about it. So you ain't defending shit. You're defending the oppressor. You're defending your slave master. You're supporting enslavement. When will you wake up and open your fucking eyes? When? That's what I like to know. Why are you supporting modern slavery and colonialization? And you're destroying the planet. You're killing innocent people who didn't do nothing to you. Because your government who lied to you and deceived you, the corporations who run the government lied to you and deceived your ass, and the bankers who are financing it and supporting it. I mean, how can a country who's broke have a war? And what's our benefit? What's our benefit? Nothing. It's their benefit. It's their benefit. They benefit, not us, not you, not me. Don't you understand? I mean, you're supporting oppression and slavery. You're supporting maiming people who had done nothing to you, and you got the poor fighting the poor. You have the poor fighting the poor, so you're no better than nobody else. Fuck all the status shit. Fuck all the. Don't give me that status politics. Well, we're a little bit. Well, in our status, we're better than most people in third world nations. That's bullshit. Okay, because America, when you're undesirable and you're not the right look, you're not the right color, you don't have you don't have this, you don't have the green, and you're not in the position, and you're not in the position that they denied you of. You know, that position of the status quo. You're an undesirable. See, we're just politically correct eugenicists, terrorists, and we terrorize our own people, and then we kill innocent, we kill other people who had nothing to do with it. You're sad, and you want to support these corporations who keep whooping your ass. It's like you tell a woman mostly, leave. If the guy is beating your ass, leave. But she don't want to leave. She wants to stay so she can just blame him, and have a justification why she hates men. While the nice guy who would have treated her with respect and loved her, oh, she rejects. But she don't value it until it's too damn late. And that's our problem. When are we going to leave this abusive relationship, people? When are you going to get so sick and tired of letting the bully beat you up? When are you going to fight back? Fuck being outnumbered. Get a gun. Fight back. When are you going to do that? If you're being abused in a relationship, why are you staying with that person? I can understand from the man's side why he would say, because he has everything to lose. The woman doesn't. Most of the time. That's how it is. So I'm not supporting no troop, no veterans, because of the fact that how can I support it when you're being treated like shit more so than I am. You're just used, and then mostly men are fighting in these wars and getting killed, and the women aren't. But we get no respect. Men are paying for this, and we're suffering. Just to support matriarch feminazis, and to support these classes, elitist bigots, support racism, and support Caucasian privilege. As to support to support these elite criminals, and we just let them get by with it. And then these people, and then what I said earlier about white privilege, to people, I mean, you poor Caucasians who live in trailer parks, they don't give a shit about you, but you just walk around like you one of them. That's how dumb you motherfuckers are. That's how dumb people are. and we want to. Then you got the Caucasian-oriented Negroes, and then you got these other ethnic groups of color who got a Caucasian mindset, thinking that if y'all just assimilate, you're free. If you have to assimilate, you're not free. If you have to conform to something you don't want to do in the first place, you're a slave. You're not free. And they say, well, you got to be successful. If you have to be successful to do that, then it's not worth being successful, because when you are successful, guess what? You got to join the elite class. You can't help the poor. You can't help people. You can't fight for. You can't get true equality. And if you do that, you're the bad guy. Now you're a communist. When capitalism is communism. But we are all poor at the bottom of the totem pole. Even if you are undesirable, even if you consider the desirable, you have a little bit more. But when you're undesirable, you are way at the bottom. But the only people who have wealth and prosperity are the people who oppress us, the elites. It's time to actually wake up and start, and just, if you haven't figured it out now, if you don't want to see the truth, then obviously you deserve to die. You deserve to suffer. I'm out. Peace.